Okay, so now you've created your writing and you want to add an illustration to it. The illustrations are things that you yourself have drawn, not that somebody else has drawn for you. Maybe a parent or somebody, but it's something that is your own original work. I here have my own piece of writing or my own drawing here. You can't quite see the light of somebody playing basketball, and I need to be able to add that to my writing. So let's show how we go from my drawing to an image on your computer to into your own Google Doc camera app and take a picture. Once you take your picture, you're gonna have an image that will be on your screen. Um, Additionally, you probably, if you're using your Chromebook, gonna want to tilt your camera around and then also probably get your screen tilted so it's almost pretty flat. And then when you're right up above it, and I've done that with mine over here on my computer. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, when you take your picture, you'll see it down in this area over here, down towards your clock. You'll see a small square that has your image, and I've already clicked on mine to bring it up here. Here, you'll notice that I've got other stuff on here. I've got a pen and the rest of my coffee table, and I really don't necessarily want that in my image. So the first thing that I'm going to do in here is that while I'm in here, I want to go in and I'm going to need to go in and crop my image. For some reason, it's not letting me crop my image, but you would use these right here, this square, and then it's going to pull up four boxes where you can pull it over so you're just getting your camera right here or your image right here. Once you have that, it's going to be saved probably into your downloads um, or another place on your computer. At which point you'll be able to then add that into your writing, and I'll show you how to do that next. And you're ready to add your image that you've already taken. You've cropped it so that you have only your image. If you have other pieces on it, that's totally fine. But if you've cropped it, that's great. And it's on your computer. So now you have to get it from your computer onto your piece of writing, wherever you want it to go. Mine involves a kid playing basketball. So I'm going to move my cursor to the area where there's somebody shooting the basketball because that was the image that I drew. So I'm going to keep on coming down here. And mine's a little further down. It looks like it's somewhere, probably mine's going to be on like the third page here. So my cursor's here. This is wherever your cursor is where your image is going to go. So here I'm going to go to insert and then I'm going to click image. Mine's on my Google Drive. Yours might be uploading from your computer. So you might click upload from computer and then you might be doing something looking on your downloads is probably most likely where it's going to be. Okay. Instead, for me, mine's on my Google Drive. So I'm going to go here, image. I'm going to go to my drive. Here in my drive, it's already there as my first item, and I'm going to click on it. Once I click on it, it's going to give me the option to click insert, and I'm going to click insert. Okay. And I've got this big giant image now that I've drawn, and that's awesome. I'm excited that my image is here. And you can see that it's cropped because it's got just a little sliver here, but mostly it's white because that's I did mine in black and white. So as you're working on it, you can click on it. Once you click on it, you're going to notice that these dots pop up along the side. Whenever you resize your image, you're going to want to go from one of the corners. Don't go from the bottom or the side. Go from one of the corners. It's going to do something called constrain proportions. Basically, it's going to make sure that that person doesn't become too fat or too skinny. It's going to make sure that they all stay the way that you drew them originally. Here I'm going to come from this corner and I'm going to go up and notice my box is just changing here both on the sides and I've got my image. Okay. And that's cool. I've got my image here. I'm excited about it. But maybe even want it a little bit smaller. Now, what I'm noticing here is that my image is here and there's no text next to it. And the thing that you want to make sure that you do is when you click on it, you'll see underneath, you'll see some options right underneath it. You'll see that there's these couple of bubbles. One says inline, which means that you'll have some text on the top and text on the bottom. You'll have this breaking also, which will break them into pieces here. So it's going to break it. It's very similar to inline. And then here, what we're really going to be looking for is this wrap text. When you wrap text, it's going to float around your image. And then at this point, I can click on it. If I have it, I can then drag it either to the left or to the right, like this. Notice my red arrow or the red line that pops up on the left side to tell me that's right on the edge. And now notice all of my text has moved over to the right. I could do the same thing. I can move it over here and pop over. I could even move it up or down if I wanted to move it to another place. So give that a shot. Try adding an image. Try hopefully adding one that is your own. If you add one that is from Google Images, make sure that it's one that's appropriate that fits for your piece of writing. Okay, give that a shot as you're working.